everybody. How you doing? Drink some water, go make a sign, and go protest. And welcome to another episode of Guys We...
It's the Anti-Slut Shaming Podcast. I'm Corinne Fisher.
I'm Krystyna Hutchinson.
Welcome to the show. If you want to follow us on social media, do that. It's at Guys We...
FCKED.
Yes, that. And I am personally at Philanthropy Gal.
I'm at Krystyna Hutch.
I'm at FRETTY.
Oh, seamless.
Perfect.
Seamless. If you want to email us, it's sorryaboutlastnightshow@gmail.com. We've been getting some good ones lately. Today's subject line, I've never had a boyfriend who wanted to see me naked less. She says a bunch of nice things and then on to her issue. I'm a 34-year-old woman turning 35 in the fall. So you're elderly. I've been dating a 31-year-old male since mid-February. It's my first boyfriend in a while, a few years. I had something last year that was long distance and horribly toxic, but sex was amazing, unfortunately. That's always how it goes. With this new boyfriend, let's call him Jeff. He's the complete opposite. Wholesome, handsome, really sweet, fun to be around, successful, plans and makes time to see me, texts regularly but has zero sex drive. I feel like I can count on one hand the amount of times we've even made out in the 4 months we've been dating.
Okay, so you have a friend.
That is your friend.
You have a friend. You have a really good friend named Jeff.
Yeah. And he loves to kiss you, but that's it. He kisses me on the cheek and forehead all the time.
Or he's gay.
Oh, Jeff.
He's gay.
Jeff I don't know if Jeff likes you like that.
Happy Pride to Jeff.
Yeah, happy Pride, baby. Has his arm around my shoulder or his hand like on my knee when we're next to each other, but it feels like there's no passion or lust when he touches me.
Yeah, this is a gay man. I hope you included a picture. The forehead kisses is the gayest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I love forehead kisses.
That's either gay or that's like a family member.
Yeah. He barely puts his hands on my waist in that like intimate way. He never touches or gropes me. He's never asked for nudes once.
Women, we're never happy. He never gropes me.
Just grope a titty. I don't even care if it's at a doctor's appointment. Then I really liked sending, he never asked for nudes once. I really like sending them when I'm dating somebody. I've talked to him about it, and he says he was inconsistently taking medicine. Huh? And his doctor said the flux from it can cause low sex drive.
That doesn't stop you. That doesn't change. Okay, when you take medication that lowers your sex drive, that lowers like the genitalia sex drive. It doesn't change the way you behave around women or men. Just get the fuck out of here, Jeff.
But that was over 3 weeks ago, and we've only had sex once since then. We're having it so infrequently that every time we do, I get my pH thrown off because it's like my vag thinks he's a new person each time.
No, your vag is telling you Jeff's gay and you're not listening. That's what's happening. That's why you're getting a yeast infection.
Listen to your pussy. He's amazing and makes me happy in every other way.
Of course he is.
He's a fun gay guy. But this lack of sexual desire really eats at me. I wish he would just eat me. Smiley face.
That's not happening.
He's not going to do that.
Gay men do not like eating pussy.
I'm a very physical person and feel like less than 6 months in is way too early to be not fulfilled sexually. There you go. You're right. He didn't want to have sex until we were actually boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yay.
And I thought that when that happened, it would be like open season. It just hasn't. The few times we've had sex, it was great, but he doesn't even cuddle after. That's pretty straight. He jumps up and gets stressed right away. He grew up Catholic, but so did I. His parents
he's stressed because he's Catholic and gay, and this is not smiled upon in their community.
It's true. His parents may be a little more conservative than mine, but where I didn't think his morals were any different than mine. I'm kind of stuck on what to do. You should break up with your friend.
Yeah.
I don't want to end a relationship that I truly do enjoy being in because I'm not getting as much sex as I want when I want it. This is a little different.
Okay, so this is not like the sex has ebbed longer, like several years into the relationship. The sex was never there.
Ever.
So this is not...
It was never there.
This is not a romantic relationship.
He was dangling the boyfriend-girlfriend carrot in front of you and you go, okay, fine, we're boyfriend-girlfriend. Still not fucking
You're in
yet.
your 30s.
Yeah. Which even sounds crazy reading back. Okay, good. But I also don't want to be in a relationship where I don't feel physically desired. Okay, so you got to break up with your gay friend, Jeff. I want someone who wants to rip my clothes off after not seeing them for days, not a hug and 5 kisses on the cheek. Any advice is welcome.
You're just gay.
Girl, Jeff don't like you like that.
Yeah.
But he loves you. I'm sure he loves you as a person. He likes your company, but nobody wants to be alone. And I think Jeff might be using you for company.
Yeah.
While he figures his shit out.
Yeah, and as a decoy for his conservative Catholic parents for the holidays.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's gonna be. You know what? He's gonna get an erection when you say yes to going to Thanksgiving dinner. Oh man!
And he's gonna sing Pink Pony Club the whole time.
Get him Lady Gaga tickets and see
Yeah.
how excited he is.
Oh, I
See
heard
if he
that tour's so
coos.
good.
See how
Coos.
Yeah, just like okay, so like just say, hey, do you want to see what is it, the Abracadabra tour? Yeah.
And then see how big his eyes get.
Yeah.
That'll tell you how gay he is.
Yes. He's gonna say yes, queen.
But hey, sounds like Jeff could be a great friend.
Yeah, put him on the wheel. He's
Yeah.
gonna be there for you.
Yeah. But
not your vagina.
yeah, he's got to be honest with himself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And he's not. He's using you as this little lying barrier.
Yeah, just go through a tough time. It's not your problem, and it's
No.
not your pussy's problem either.
And hey,
but you're making it.
What a better thing to do in Pride Month than to tell your gay boyfriend, maybe you should think about what you want in life with some honesty.
Yeah,
Because it's not me. It's not me.
Also, if you just want to make sure, like, put on a very homoerotic film.
Oh,
like not
and
actual
watch his
porn,
dick.
but just like Google like films with the most homoerotic scenes in it,
Call
and
Me
see
by Your
how
Name.
riveted he is.
Peach
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Magic Mike.
Wait, what's the Call Me by My Name? What's that
Timothy
one?
Chalamet and Armie Hammer.
Oh, okay. I was like, I heard of that one. I didn't see it, but I was like, I gotta add it to my list.
I am a fan of Brokeback Mountain. Or just put on a rugby game and see where his eyes go.
Yeah.
Just see.
Yeah.
But Jeff, he's battling himself. And that's, again, like Corinne said, it's not your problem. you
Yeah.
know? But you could be a loving friend and say, hey, this obviously isn't working out. It would be cool if you said something since you're the one with the lack of desire, but I can't unsee it. And it's the elephant in the room.
Yeah. It's much different. Like if it's like stops at like a couple years in or something, but if it's never there,
Yeah.
unless
You can't
you're-
make it
unless
there.
you're virgins,
But you're not.
But you're not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Come hear us at other places. I have a Patreon where once a week I hop on a Zoom with you lovely people and we talk about our problems. And I gotta say, the depth of these conversations it surprises me every time, and I always leave feeling just fucking fantastic. And once a week I do a Zoom, woo-woo themed Zoom, and Corinne, guess what happened the last time I did it? I do a psychic exercise
Did a
every
light
time.
flicker? Oh.
No, I freaking wish. So we do like a group meditation, and because people showed interest, I'm like, all right, if you guys want to do witch shit, I'll fucking do witch shit. So we do group meditation, and then we do a thing where we send, if somebody has like a physical ailment, we try to send them energy just to see if there's any effect. And another thing we do is we do psychic exercises. Well, the Telepathy Tapes is a fantastic podcast that I really enjoyed. And it talks about a study that I learned years ago in a Laura Lynn Jackson seminar about how a lot of nonverbal autistic children have are extremely sensitive to thought energy and just energy in general. And so there was this experiment where this kid wrote a word on a piece of paper, and his brother, who's nonverbal autistic, 3 floors below him, knew what he wrote on the paper. So after we did this exercise, I was like, I'm writing a word on the paper, and I'm thinking of it, and I want you guys to tell me, like, see if you can get it. See if you can get the word. And I was just looking at it and thinking about it, and fucking 2 people got it. And I'm like, yo, you don't gotta be nonverbal autistic to read thought energy, baby.
What can I ask what the word was?
Apple.
Oh, okay.
Now, you could say that statistically that would be a common word, or like dog or something. I just wrote down apple, and I was like, if you get like a texture out of this word, or a color, or a shape, or anything that is related to the word, that's something that you're picking up on too. And 2 people said apple. And I
Out
was
of
like,
how many?
like 12. Yeah, there's only 12 people on these things each time.
Pretty good.
So, I was very impressed. So, come join us. Patreon.com/Krystyna Hutchinson.
And if you want to hear more about the news, uplifting, municipal,
It's so positive.
national and international, guys, so I asked for municipal news stories going on in cities from listeners. And last week, people sent me the juiciest, best. There was one from New Jersey that was better than any soap opera that I've ever watched in my entire life. I almost fell off my chair laughing. I'm telling you, if you're not paying attention to municipal news, you are missing out on the Jorama and the tea. So we've been doing that, but of course we always do national and international news on the show. It's Without a Country. It's 9 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays. We live stream. We might be putting it a little bit earlier, like 8 p.m., but for now it's at 9 p.m. on Wednesdays, and you can always access it on YouTube. And then there is full audio everywhere you listen to podcasts, when Mike Harrington decides to do it on time. But it's always on YouTube.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm fixing it, guys. I see your emails. I'm fixing it. This is not my issue, but I'm in charge of the YouTube. I go in and edit the YouTube myself sometimes when it doesn't get done. So I'm on top of it. Thank you so much. and also while we're on it, make sure I was trying to hand it off to Eric, but he doesn't want the attention. So, this is coming out this Friday.
Yeah.
So
on Luminary.
So for our Luminary listeners, make sure if you're in New York City that you're a registered Democrat, that you're voting in the primaries. Early voting has already begun, and then you have until Tuesday the 24th to make that, send that ballot in, get that ballot in, and of course you can still write me in, Corinne Fisher, CORINNE space FISHER. You have to spell it right, otherwise the vote doesn't count.
CORINNE. Corinne. Holiday Inn.
Legally registered as a campaign, and you want to rank 5 candidates.
Don't rank corny.
And don't rank corny, and don't rank Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah,
is what the city of New York is asking
you. When we were at the No Kings March, which was such a fun time, we saw Brad Lander. That was fun.
We did. Okay, so this.
I was like, oh, Brad Lander.
This brings me, okay, Krystyna, you asked me to keep a list.
Yeah. Of all
for when
things.
Krystyna's missing the moment.
Is he one of the predators?
No.
I thought it was Scott Stringer.
No. He's not a predator. No.
Okay,
Brad Lander's
good.
a fine man ethically, from what I know. Okay. So.
Oh, no, what'd I do?
Wait, did you ask me on air last time to keep a list, or was that?
I think it was privately, because I was like, we want some clippable moments.
Okay.
That's funny.
Well, so Krystyna asked me to make a list of times when she's completely misses what's going on. And I actually literally wrote it in my phone for the Brad Lander moment. Because Brad Lander is the current controller of New York City, and he is one of the 11 mayoral candidates.
Yeah.
So I've done mayoral forums and stuff. And endorsement meetings with him throughout this process. He knows damn well who I am, and he is not interested. And so,
I said, "This is Corinne Fisher. She ran for mayor too."
So we're
She's
marching,
Jewish too.
We're marching in the No Kings March on Saturday. And Brad Lander just happened to be, his whole crew, and Brad Lander himself happened to be just right next to where we were marching. And first of all, Krystyna goes, "It's him!" And then I'm expecting a celebrity, and it's Brad Lander.
We also saw Mark Ruffalo.
Which, Google him. It's funnier if you see the picture. Again,
it's just also somebody whose photo I've looked at so many times.
No shade. There's something about him that I don't like. His policies are good, though. And I'm most likely vote. Have him in my top 5 because I have to for the city. But she's like, there he is. She's like, I don't know if you didn't grab him, but you touch his shoulder, and and she's like, "Brad, this is Corinne Fisher. She ran for mayor too." Cut to me. This is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a swimsuit from Walmart that says "I love to party" with the number 2. I'm wearing the shortest booty shorts. I'm wearing electric yellow fishnet tights. I have a gold metallic party hat on that I've written Cuomo in Sharpie on and put tape over to laminate it because it's pouring rain. And then I have a yellow rain jacket that I used for my Greta Thunberg Halloween costume. This is the visual, okay? And then I have a sign that said Jaden Smith also threw himself a birthday parade, which is a fun fact and true.
Yeah. I still don't see a problem with any of this.
And that's why I love you.
You beat yourself.
Brad Lander.
He wishes he was that fun.
I've never seen a man get away from me so quickly.
He did march rather quickly. And I noticed his pace did pick up.
Brad does not want to be associated with me.
That's
he
his
doesn't
loss.
give a shit that I ran for mayor. He is so glad I'm off the ballot. Who knows? He could have helped.
If he did, I wouldn't have been as nice to him.
I was laughing so hard. And then, so of course, I just try to make a joke. Because number one, I know he knows who I am. There's no way, there's not that many candidates, and we've done several meetings together. There was an endorsement meeting for like a gay Democratic group where they didn't fucking tell me when I was speaking, the order that I was speaking in. And
you gotta have a lineup.
They were
guys.
doing it by polling. And so, Brad got 10 minutes and I got 30 seconds. I think I literally got like 30 seconds.
That's rude.
And I was like, well, you can't poll if no one includes you in the polls. So, and so I like was standing in the back and then they called my name out of nowhere after Brad. And so like I run up and I fully ran into his chest, which is hard because he's not even taller than me.
No, little guy, which is okay.
So like that was our last interaction, I think, before this. And you could, he definitely knows who I am, and he definitely does not want to be associated with me. And then I had to make a joke, and I was like, yeah, now that I conceded, I can, go back to dressing like myself.
And meanwhile, I thought the whole thing was fine.
Krystyna goes, well, and then.
No.
And then after that, because Zoran Mamdani and Brad Lander have cross-endorsed each other. And then after that, you said another one of my favorite things, which is like, well, if you were still running, Zoran wouldn't have co-endorsed you. No, he wouldn't.
Maybe he would have.
No, they're both locked in with the DSA.
Oh, God. All these fucking groups.
Yeah. The DSA had previously endorsed Brad Lander for a controller. So,
so he already was in good graces with them.
It's also, they're working the system here.
Politics can be fun, and it should be. But it's not.
That was
now
funny.
that Corinne's not in the race.
That was fun. That was a fun time. I couldn't say anything because you were just so happy, and I go, you know what? I'm gonna let Krystyna think that Brad Lander was so happy and supportive.
I thought he got a kick out of it.
No, Brad Lander loved that I was running for mayor. He was so supportive of it. I'm sure he has a Corinne Fisher for mayor sticker on his laptop too.
Well, he fucking should, and I'll mail you one, Bradsky. I'll mail you one.
And even after that interaction, I'm gonna still rank you, Brad.
Yeah, good
even
for
though
you.
I don't even know if I've ever had a pleasant interaction with you, and I don't know that I trust you at all.
How's that?
Someone's got to go on the ballot.
Yeah,
and when we're going pure policy, Jessica Ramos was my number one match. She's going
traitor.
off.
She's a traitor.
She's going off. Scott Stringer and Brad Lander are basically
He's
the same,
but
he has multiple accusations against him. So Brad, you get one of the 5 rankings
because you've never raped anybody that we know of.
Yeah, you get one of the 5.
This is what it's like to be a lady in the world.
This is so beautiful.
But I loved. So your sign said Jaden Smith also threw himself a birthday parade. Mine said it was a quote from Miss Stormy Daniels that said, "Sex with Trump was the worst 90 seconds of my life." Felt really good about that. And
the people really responded to that.
They loved it. And when I posted a picture of my sign on my Instagram, and I went back and forth between allowing comments and not, because I knew I was poking the wounded masculine bear with that. I knew it. And then all these dudes who don't follow, I'm like, don't comment if you're not following me, shut up. If you are following me, we'll see. But all these guys were like, whatever, she fucked him. That was her. And it just reminded me of wounded masculinity. And there's a book I'm reading that I really love that I say it is the modern version of Getting to I Do. I think it's more... it just speaks to like deeper truths than that one, even though that one was really good. It's kind of old. It's called Sovereign Love by Danae Logan, and her name is spelled D-E-N, and then the E has the same apostrophe the way Beyonce's last E has. This is a really great book. It was recommended to me by a woman who did my Akashic Records. But she talks about the masculine and feminine energy and how we all have... Every person on this planet has both masculine and feminine. And here's some examples of wounded masculine energy. Aggressive, stuck in mind or not present, cold and distant, competitive, withdrawn, bullying. Competitive, I'm like, okay, that could be good. Bullying, struggles to communicate needs, has to be right. Reactive, withdrawn, runs from love, narcissistic, needs to fix, avoidant attachment. Afraid of failure, ignores emotions, wounded feminine energy, irrational, desperate, needy, manipulative, insecure, seeks external validation, inauthentic, chases love, victim, critical, people-pleasing, projects emotions onto others, lack of boundaries. And one person can have both wounded masculine and feminine.
I think for competitive, they mean specifically, I'm guessing, competitive with your partner.
Oh, okay.
Not competitive in general.
She actually does talk about that. I'm like, competitive with your partner? That has never even dawned on me.
That's almost every couple that we know in the entertainment business. That's like that's
so.
how that saying there should only be one headshot per couple came to be.
That's so lame. But healthy masculine energy, because we need to talk about that more, so you know what it looks like. Creates safety, witnesses without judgment, holds space, present without a goal, integrity and awareness, guides, committed to truth, listens deeply, supportive and encouraging, faces fears, humble, seeks mentorship, reflective, peaceful and grounded, observes beyond what is seen, responds instead of reacting. Healthy feminine energy, intuitive, loving, playful and expressive, fluid, heart-centered, surrenders, connecting, births, creates, manifests, vulnerable, compassionate, sensual and affectionate, receives, connected to source energy, authentic and trusts. And she has this interesting quote.
Surrenders.
Yeah. Well,
I don't love that one, but the other one's good.
The current societal structure leaves men most commonly choosing between one of two options: submit to the societal blueprint of normal, married with kids, a distorted version of masculinity characterized by the following: exists to provide, sex as the only outlet for intimacy, a practical job that provides security, constant seeking of external affirmation, inauthentic and people-pleasing, discounted from one's own wants or needs, or number two, rebels against the system to walk a different path and fears commitment, a wounded version of masculinity characterized by the following: objectifies others as a form of numbing, struggles with follow-through, rebels against societal conformity, chases hits of aliveness, feels like a failure, controls others by pushing them away. That sounds familiar. While each of these generic archetypes of modern masculinity, the content family man or the consummate bachelor, are held by society as viable options for men, in each case, there's almost always much more happening below the surface. Henry David Thoreau said, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation." For today's modern man, that typically looks like a life void of real intimacy, feeling disconnected from purpose and meaning, a general lack of self-worth, attempting to use any and every distraction possible to avoid being present in their lives. The long, slow deadening of the souls of men is the patriarchal wound we rarely discuss. And from my perspective, this is one of the most short-sighted cooperative failings of our time. Allowing for a society of men who are disconnected from their hearts has come with a series of consequences, which ultimately creates a ripple effect that impacts all of us in one form or another. And I just wanted to say, to all those MAGA guys, because I know you're out there, come on over to our side, okay? You could be yourself. Do you want to knit and build a shed? We accept that. Are you straight but you kind of want to get your dick sucked? Fuck yeah, I'm so supportive of that. Are you a closeted homosexual? You could be gay here. You know, it's just like I want to invite you to not be a bullying, cruel garbage man. You come on over to our side.
Democratic Party. You can be gay here. Happy Pride.
Yes, you could be whoever you are. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like
I would actually disagree. I don't know that you can be whoever you are.
I mean, if whoever you are hates women and...
Because you have to be... Well, but you also have to be like overly zealous with like the causes. I think that's the disconnect here, because it's like so much wealth and privilege on the Democratic side. That's how they've lost the working class people.
Yeah.
Like, can you just be like a regular person who doesn't hate people, who want to live differently, but they themselves just, has a wife and 2 kids? I think that's the problem.
Yeah. I mean,
from what I've assessed.
And I as every day goes by, I realize more and more that the answer to all of these problems that cause us pain is curiosity. Just be curious about yourself. Be curious about the people around you. And it's not even that much effort to be curious. You just got to go, I wonder what their life is like, or I wonder what they feel. But first, you got to put your oxygen mask on yourself and go, what do I feel?
Why am I acting this way?
Yeah, get to know yourself a little bit more, MAGA men, because it's hurting all of us. Okay?
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Oh, my God. Okay, so this week, I saw a New York first.
Whoa.
I was walking from, after doing Without a Country, so it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. That show ends really late. And I was leaving the studio in the East Village, and all of a sudden I look to my right and I see a bit of a commotion. And all of a sudden I see a woman saying sorry. And I saw a woman giving a guy a blowjob between 2 cars.
I've never
seen that. I go,
You should play the lotto.
I go, do you know how, yeah, it is like, it's like seeing a like, do you know how hard it is to see something graphic or wild in New York City that after living here 22 years that you've never seen before?
Dare I say impossible, but not today.
That was my first thought. I wasn't disgusted. I wasn't weirded out. I just go, wow, I just saw something I hadn't seen before in New York. There's always something new in this city. I love New York. That was my response. I also thought it was hilarious because like, yeah, I was looking to my right, and I mean, obviously the positioning. I mean, it was classic BJ position. She was there, she's wiping her mouth.
Nice.
I don't know if she was fully on her knees because it would have been like the ground, and she
squatting.
was not young enough that her knees could be touching like the ground. This was like a woman who, I mean, I think a little older than me.
Okay, girl.
Yes.
Okay.
It was just so
Maybe
funny
she got
to me.
roommates.
Yeah, it was just so funny to
She
me
don't wanna
that
blow anybody at her house?
her first response was apologizing to me. I just thought that was
she said sorry to you.
She said sorry to me, and then I was walking down the block.
Girl,
we were looking
blow
for
the dick.
We were going to get something from my boyfriend's car because he was parked on the street, and then I ran into her again. And you think if someone catches you giving a blowjob that you're going to walk in a different direction? Not this proud diva.
Hell no.
She walked towards me, and you know what? She said sorry again, and only to me,
Girl.
And I said, what? I said nothing to be sorry about. And then I heard the guy laughing, going, that lady's unfazed by it. And I go, I am unfazed by it.
Yeah, she's been here for a minute.
As long as it was consensual, I was just more surprised because, like, it wasn't a dead, dark street. It's a street with a bunch of bars on it that is well lit.
And I mean, you could go, it's fucking 2025. Two people could go in the bathroom. But hey, you want to do that on the streets. That's your kink, maybe.
And I just said, I love the city.
Everybody's so alive.
It is
Spring
alive.
is sprung. Titties are out. Dicks are out in the mouth.
Yeah, get it.
Wow. And I do enjoy the BJ, but outside in this weather,
when the mood hits you,
yeah.
You know what? I'm not often in the mood to give a BJ, but I could see, if the moment's upon me, I said, get between those two cars. And also another thing, very rare that you see, especially in the East Village, cars far enough apart in a parallel.
That's the other thing I was going to say.
You could fit two individuals.
I could barely even squeeze between two cars. When I got to take Kevin across the streets.
Very hard to find.
Two rarities, really. You got to play the lotto.
Yeah.
Do you think if there's a delivery driver who came by in a moped, like, I wanted that spot?
In New York, you would just beep at them until they stopped giving the blow job to move.
Yeah.
I would.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I was not at all. And then my boyfriend's like, oh, what happened? I go, you just missed a whole blowjob.
He missed it?
He missed the whole blowjob.
Oh my God. Men always be up in the clouds.
What universe are you in?
Think about sports.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
It was beautiful.
You know who else I'll never forget?
Today's guest.
Goddamn right, Corinne. She is one of the funniest stand-up comedians working today, and she's on tour. So go look her up and see her at a city near you. Her stand-up special, Filth Queen, comes out on Netflix June 24th. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome back to the show, Steph Tolev.